Well, I did a maths degree, and then I joined a large accountancy firm and became an accountant. I was an auditor, and I worked my way through the ranks and worked for them for 13 years. In that time, I had my two boys, who are now 11 and 8, and once my youngest, George, was at nursery and I was back at work, I was trying to think about what my future career could look like. And I'd come across a little gym, and it felt like something would really work in my hometown. So I started to look into it from there. So once I had decided, and the little gym had decided that I was definitely going to go ahead with the franchise, there were a number of things I was doing. I was still working part-time, I still had the children to look after. I was primarily looking for the right building in the right area to set up the little gym. And I did that through a variety of different ways. I was searching myself, driving around, getting in touch with potential local landlords. I was using an agent, and the little gym were helping me as well with some ideas. I was also getting to know my market and thinking about what other activities were available for people in this area, so that when it came to opening, I would really understand how I would sit within those other things that are available and how I would encourage people to come to the little gym. Okay, so once we found this building, well, first of all, it hadn't been used for 6 years. It was dusty. There were lots of rooms. I had to really visualise whether this could work as the little gym. On paper, it was the right size, but I had to visualise how we would take out the pipework, take out the radiators, put a new ceiling in, all those kinds of things, which was something I hadn't done before. But obviously, I had help from my advisor on that, and looking at other gyms and how they had worked, just to work out whether I thought this would work for us. Then I found a builder. For me, I found a project manager who worked with me very closely, because again, I wasn't a construction person in my previous role. So I found somebody who I trusted to work with me on that, to plan out how I would use the space, how much it would cost, obviously very important, and then the timeline for that. Once that got going, for me, it was about finding the right team. Very, very important. Working out when we would open, how we'd find our members, and buying that long list of things that I would need to actually open the gym, from for a potty for the toilets to the files and things for the front desk. So obviously once we opened the little gym, there's always that first day, first class. I actually taught the first class. I chose to do that. I was nervous, obviously. We knew we had 10 or so people signed up to come and try the class, but were any of them actually going to sign up and pay and join the programme? And we just did it as we've been taught, and yes, they did. And in fact, a number signed up before we even opened, and those first few weeks, it was continual, people coming in, being very impressed with the environment, being very impressed with the team, and wanting to be a part of that programme. So that was all very exciting. My role then, I would say, was to really guide the team in what we all needed to do day in, day out to really grow the business. So I needed to be a role model to them. I did everything from teaching classes, cleaning, picking up the phone, answering messages. We all did everything, and they learnt from me, I learnt from them as we went along. So obviously, when I opened the little gym, I knew, well, for me, I wanted to be here 100%, and I was, to really feel the business and to really understand the business. But my aim was always to find that balance in my life, to have time for the house, my husband, the children, and other things if I wanted to do them. We've now been open for 4 years, and I feel that, touch wood, I do have the balance as I want it. I choose to come into the gym 3 times a week, not for the full day. I choose to spend time with those who are now running my gym. I spend time with the whole team on a Wednesday. And I teach a class or two myself as well on a Friday morning, which I still really enjoy doing. And for me, that's an important part of what I do. But I'm also there to help the team with any issues during the week. They know I'm always available to them. And even if I'm doing something else, I know that what they're doing is great, because I hear that all the time from my members. So it's a good balance now. I wouldn't say it's always easy to maintain it, but it's something that I feel I can now do. So the support that I've received from the little gym has been different and varied throughout the whole process, because obviously at the beginning I knew nothing, and now I like to think that I know quite a bit about how the business runs. So initially the training was very much geared to the individual. So I was an accountant and I knew about numbers, but marketing wasn't necessarily something I'd done a lot with. So I could ask a lot of questions around things I needed help with. Then as we went through, there's definitely some regular training that I always tried to get to. It's a great opportunity not just to listen to some particular areas of how we run our business, but to network with the other gym owners, and I found that really important. We as UK owners get together periodically and share ideas, and it can be across a myriad of things. But it's great to know you've got that support around you and it's not just you, because sometimes as a business owner you can feel there's no one really to turn to, but it's not like that with a little gym. There's always somebody, whether it's at the Little Gym Europe or another owner, who you can just pick up the phone to and ask advice, really. So what makes me most proud? I think there's probably two areas I'd like to mention. One is seeing local children come in and bounce in because it's their favourite activity of the week, and to see parents just so happy that we've provided that for them just makes me proud every time I see it. And then secondly, for me, to see my team grow over the years, each of them being individual and different and from different backgrounds, each being able to offer something slightly different to the team, but seeing them grow and seeing them take on new responsibilities and roles and to feel challenged and to really enjoy what they do, that makes me proud.